What up, guys? I'm back with another video, man. Listen, it has been a while since I've covered another trucking company on my channel, but today I got one for you. We're going to be talking about R+L Carriers. And look, I know I'm going to have a lot of LTL guys watch this video, and I really need you guys to chime in on this one. Listen, I want all my LTL guys that watch this video. I'm not in LTL, so I need you guys to enlighten me, educate me. I'm curious to know, what is your list in terms of your top 3 or your top 5 LTL companies? Just drop that in the comment section. But before we dive into today's video, guys, listen, if you're watching for the first time, I need you guys to consider subscribing to the channel. If you get any value from today's content, hit that like button for me. Listen, we're trying to grow the channel. I need all you guys' support. I really appreciate all my day ones, everybody that's been rocking with the channel for a minute. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's video. All right, guys. So this is going to be a home screen. You want to go to rlcdrivers.com. Let me repeat that, rlcdrivers.com. This is the screen you're going to get to. Listen, before we move on, let me just go down here and check out what they have on this home screen. It says driver pay among the industry's highest. Once again, LTL guys, I need y'all to let me know, is this true or false? All right. 95% of all R+L drivers are home every night. That's good to know. It says family owned and operated since 1965. So guys, that's nearly 60 years in business. That's pretty good. I would say that indicates stability in my mind. Full benefits package including health, retirement, and resorts. Those resorts, I was looking at that earlier, so they have some perks in there with different hotel stays and things of that nature. When it comes to the qualification and requirements, you need the Class A CDL, of course, good driving record, and you must be a minimum age of 23 years old. Also, when it comes to the experience, it doesn't state it here, but you need at least 1 year of driving experience. All right, and we're going to get to that in just a second. Now let's go ahead and move on. So today we're going to be looking at the line haul driver position. We're going to take a look at the P&D drivers as well. All right, so again, all my line haul drivers, P&D drivers, y'all let me know what you think. Some of you guys that may be interested in getting into LTL, this might be the video for you. All right, so right here, you're going to come to this join our team screen. I'm just going to put in driver so we can go ahead and pull up the driver positions in different locations. And again, you guys know how I do it if you've been rocking with the channel for a minute. When I cover these different trucking companies, I go ahead and just pull up random driver positions, different states, and just kind of look and see what they have to offer. So let's go ahead and look at this first one real quick. And this is the Class A job position for the line haul driver. We'll cover them first since they're first up top. We'll do line haul, and then we'll go into P&D. And then last but not least, man, I want you guys to check out the team driver position, because I think you might be surprised at what the salary is for those guys. It's a pretty good salary. All right, so let's take a look at this one. This is in Township, New Jersey, Burlington Township, New Jersey. Class A line haul truck drivers earn up to $95,000 yearly. All right, 72 cents per mile. It says full-time, Monday through Friday, various shifts. Our drivers are home every night. Guys, that's a big deal, man, to be home every night doing line haul. I know some guys occasionally may have a layover depending on the situation, so that could be a possibility, but according to this description right here, it's not every day that will happen. It seems like you will be home every day, at least according to this. I have seen some ABF drivers, on the other hand, have layovers and things of that nature, so that could be how line haul operates in general across the board. I'm not sure. Again, some of you LTL guys out there, let me know if the possibility of laying over is, pretty common for line haul drivers across the board. It says PTO available after the first 120 calendar days of employment. That's not bad at all. Let's go ahead and look at the responsibilities real quick of a line haul driver. For those that don't know, it says line haul drivers will be responsible for the movement of trailers between service centers and or turn point locations and returning home daily. All right. So essentially, as a line haul driver, first and foremost, you're more than likely going to be working overnight, and you're basically going to be going from terminal to terminal, pulling doubles and things of that nature, dropping them off at a different terminal, and most likely, bringing a set back. So that's pretty much going to be your job. Or you may be doing a meet and turn where you're meeting another driver at a specific location, and then you swapping out trailers with that driver. So that's pretty much the job in a nutshell. The requirements and qualifications, we covered that in the beginning of the video, but again, as you can see it right here, 1 year verifiable Class A driving experience within the past 3 years. So we didn't mention that earlier. So within the past 3 years, all right, good driving record. And it says here must be able to bend, lift, and stoop without difficulty. All right, so that's line haul. The pay is pretty much the same, I think, of all these. I kind of checked them out. All right, so we don't have to go through another line haul position. Is earn up to 95,000. Now I want to check out a P&D driver. As you can see here, they actually have Class C truck drivers as well. So let's go. Here's a P&D driver. Let's go ahead and look at this one. This is in Colonial Heights, Virginia. $33.22 an hour. And one thing you guys are going to notice here is that the pay is different depending on where you live. And that's something else that I always talk about. Location. The pay will vary. All right. So, it's not a one size fits all when it comes to pay. It will fluctuate depending on location. So this particular one, same schedule, Monday through Friday. It says various shifts. Our drivers are home every day. All right. Earn 1 week of vacation after 9 days of employment, 2 weeks after 1 year of service. And I don't know if that applies I would assume this same vacation applies to P&D. I'm sorry, line haul as well. But correct me if I'm wrong. Those of you that work for R+L, I know I'm going to have some drivers that watch this video. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I would assume that applies for the driver positions in general. All right. So P&D drivers will basically be responsible for city pickup and delivery. So I don't know if you guys see some of the city drivers, the P&D drivers around where you live. I know I see these guys all the time. FedEx, SAI, ABF, R+L Carriers. I see all these guys in my city delivering to different businesses in town, right? I see these guys delivering to car dealerships. I see them delivering to residential areas. That's something else I think you guys want to make note of. And some of these places that I see these guys going in, when you're talking about residential, some of these spots are pretty tight, right? Even where I live in a subdivision. I've seen ABF trailers dropped in front of people's houses out here, right? Obviously, they probably have them out front for storage purposes, moving things inside of them, furniture and things of that nature. But again, when you go into some of these residential areas, some of these areas can be a little bit hard to maneuver in. So keep that in mind as well. But that's pretty much your job, picking up and making deliveries to some of these businesses and residential areas. All right. Now, if we scroll down here to the requirements and qualifications for the P&D drivers, it says 1 year verifiable Class A driving experience within the past 3 years. That's the same across the board. Good driving record, of course. Same thing, must be able to bend, lift, stoop without difficulty. And it does say you need a hazmat, doubles and triple endorsement to be a P&D driver. All right. You will be moving hazmat materials in some cases, apparently. So you do need those endorsements. And again, that's why I say get those endorsements, guys. If you already have your endorsements, when opportunities like this come about, you already prepared. you got your credentials, and you good to go. So I would definitely encourage anybody in trucking, if you want to make this thing a career, go ahead and get your credentials, get those endorsements. All right. You just give yourself more opportunities and more options when you have those endorsements at your disposal. Okay. So again, this is in Colonial Heights, VA, 33.22 an hour. Now, this pay actually goes up, as you can see here. Some of them are below 33.22, that you can see here. This was in Waller, Texas, 30.42 an hour, P&D driver. Temple, Texas, 26.42, 26.08 in Ellenwood, Georgia. So you see, once again, these hourly rates fluctuate as well depending on where you live. Let's go ahead and go to, I think I seen some, let's see how high these go real quick, because I believe I seen some for like $37 an hour. This is 34 in Aurora, Colorado. All right, highs I see right now is 34. I could have swore I saw 37 somewhere earlier. Maybe that was something else. All right, so the highs I see right now is 34, which isn't too bad. All right, for P&D drivers. But now I want to take a look at the team drivers. So, all right, so here's one right here. This is a team driver in Aurora, Colorado. As you can see here, Class A team truck drivers. The salary is $115,000 to $120,000 yearly. And guys, that's for each driver. This is not between the two drivers. This is for each driver. Not a bad salary at all. Our team drivers are home every week. Available PTO may be used immediately upon hire. Now, as a team driver, you're basically going to be doing the line haul work, right? Same thing, except you will be over the road. And line haul, I guess, is kind of over the road, but not really, because the normal line haul drivers, at least according to this job description, they're home every night. But in this case, as a team driver, you will be over the road, all right? Because it says all our teams are on the road for 5 days and home for 2 days every week. All right. So that's something to consider, and that's something to be aware of if you are considering this team driver position. All right. You will be over the road. But look, the pay doesn't sound too bad to me. I mean, $115,000, $120,000 for each driver. I mean, if you in a situation where you can be over the road, it may not be a bad opportunity. All right. All right, guys. So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts on these job positions. We covered line haul driver. We covered the line haul team driver position. We covered the P&D drivers. All right. So listen, all my LTL drivers, chime in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on R+L Carriers. What type of company do you think they are? I've seen some pretty decent reviews on R+L Carriers. And remember, I still want you guys to put that list in the comments. What are your top 3/top 5 LTL companies? Drop it down below. And until the next video, guys, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.